Welcome to Awful Creepypasta. Today we are reading Mr. Mix. It's a very popular pasta. It's actually on the Creepypasta wiki for once.
It was Creepypasta's favorite short pasta, I believe.
Apparently it was.
Yeah, and
Let's see what makes it worthy of being Creepypasta's favorite short pasta.
yeah.
Does anyone remember an old PC game from the 1930s?
1930s. Yeah. No.
Does anyone remember an old PC game from the early 1990s called Mr. Mix? It's mainly a typing game, similar to Mario Teaches Typing, where you have to type words into a box to make a chef. The titular Mr. Mix put ingredients into a bowl. That sounds riveting.
What a great game, guys.
Unlike most typing games, however, this game is notorious for having an insane difficulty curve. The game has a words per minute requirement on each level, being as low as 10 on level 1 and as high as 85 on the third. By level 5, the requirement reaches over 500, effectively making it impossible to proceed any further. Why?
I don't know.
One of the main things that people noticed about this game immediately was the background music.
Okay.
The music on the first level was an unsettling pattern of growls that got progressively louder as the level went on, often causing damage to early computer speakers that were not designed to handle extremely high volumes of sound. That's not really how that works at all, is it?
Because it's so loud, your speakers.
No,
just...
that's not how that works, Christian. There's like a limit. Like, once it gets to the max volume.
Yeah.
Like, if you have it at a low volume, if you're playing at a low volume, it's not going to go past that decibel limit you set. It's just going to get more distorted. It's not actually going to get louder.
Yeah.
I mean if you have it blasting, yeah.
There are things that are louder than others, but still. No, this doesn't make sense.
But if you turn it down, it's not going to blow up your speakers. The
Second
second level had no music at all, and the third had what sounded like an extremely low-quality recording of a hairdryer playing in the background.
Scary.
The remaining two levels had an extremely loud, high-pitched ringing throughout the level that caused severe eardrum damage to those who managed to get that far. I'm guessing that this really isn't correct, right?
What if they mute it? What if they don't even listen to the music?
It's not. This actually wasn't a game, was it?
Mr. Mix?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Let's look it up real quick.
Mr. Mix game typing roll.
Was it a real game?
No.
Huh?
This looks fake though.
Yeah. It's gonna be a screamo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
This looks fake.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
I can clarify it, but I'm pretty sure it's fake.
Okay. Alright, it's showing up on the screen right now after the research. Is it real, Christian, in the future?
No, it's Creepypasta, but okay.
No, I'm saying is Mr. Mix, was it actually a real game that someone's making a creepypasta on? Alright, showing up now. Thank you, Christian.
You're very welcome.
Another rather disturbing aspect of the game was the design of Mr. Mix himself.
Look at him! Look at him! Sends chills down your spine.
He was a large, round-faced, overweight man with large beady eyes and red spots on his cheeks. Disturbing.
Like, what if this guy was walking down the street and he saw a guy...
Just an Italian guy.
He saw this, the guy you just described, and he just
freaks out.
has a panic attack.
Yeah. Most children who played the game reported having vivid nightmares of Mr. Mix speaking to them in a quiet, raspy voice and threatening them to keep quiet about something. However, none of them could remember exactly what that was. No. One psychologist who saw many of these children, the Mr. Mix psychologist,
as they call him.
Yeah.
He's very well known.
One psychologist who saw many of these children reported being disturbed by the sheer amount of terror on the faces of the children as they recounted the details of the nightmare. I was scared. Papa John's has nothing on this. Many of the old children broke down into tears in the process, begging for their parents to save them. However, no direct relationship to the game itself could be determined by these few cases, even though they said, the video game Mr. Mix scared me.
Exactly.
As not all children suffered the same adverse effects. For obvious reasons, this game did not sell very well. It remained in relative obscurity until a few years ago when PC hackers got a hold of a ROM and the game started digging through it. Using memory hacking software, they managed to crack the game's code and bypass the impossible 5th level. What they found, however, was extremely disturbing and caused many of them to quit the expedition altogether. I'm not even going to make a joke.
Flying a mountain.
According to these reports, these hackers left behind the game behaves very strangely if the 5th level is bypassed. The game crashes violently and closes, just
How
like
do you
blood
crash
flies out,
violently?
writing a bunch of files to the user's System32 directory to the point that the RAM was almost completely filled.
So if you somehow passed, the 5th level and you were playing this on a PC, in the early 90s, it would just completely fill that in like 5 seconds?
Yeah. Not possible. These files are reportedly pictures of people with horribly deformed faces,
And they're all
appearing to
different.
scream in pain
Did
and
they-
agony, with their eyes appearing to be bleeding from their tear ducts and their outer layer of skin torn clean off in multiple places.
Because
spooky,
they can.
because spooky gore.
And also because if it's on a different computer that can hold more RAM, they're gonna know how much to fill it. It's just infinite loop of pictures. If the user attempts to delete these files,
The computer will violently crash and blue screen, causing permanent, irreparable damage to the user's hard drive.
Irreparable.
The hackers found that this was caused by a lone byte in the game's ROM that triggered when the 5th level was completed. After removing this byte, they were able to proceed to the 6th and final level.
Actually,
Unfortunately,
no,
that doesn't
no,
make any sense.
No, they weren't, because they didn't have a computer anymore.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it.
Unfortunately, all the original hackers I just have an image of this guy walking into Best Buy every day getting a new computer because Mr. Mix crashed his computer every single time. And it's just like, hey Rob, how you? Oh, you need a new computer, don't you? Yeah, that stupid Italian man. He ruined my life several times. And it's like,
Trust me, wait until you get to the ending.
I haven't read this fast up before. Unfortunately, all of the original hackers declined to discuss what they saw in the final level. All of them became extremely paranoid and reclusive like Thomas, refusing to talk about anything relating to the game
recluse.
and showing astonishingly extreme symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Of-
Astonishingly extreme symptoms.
Extreme symptoms of a man in his chef's hat.
Or just going, "Ugh."
Like, he goes into an Italian restaurant and
Most of them,
suddenly,
yeah. Just, it comes back. Just, Billy, what's wrong?
Mr. Mix.
Yeah. Him. Most of them cease to be able to form coherent sentences. Oh, mix missed.
You're moving them on to all of them.
All of them went missing. All
Why?
remaining copies of the game were destroyed. Even the digital ones.
Even the ROMs that...
To this day, my feet ache and are sore.
The end.
To this day,
Good
no
job.
one knows what was in that game that caused them so much psychological damage.
But maybe it
it's
was
better
the,
that day.
the pictures of
Oh
children.
no.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
2 years after this incident, a man was arrested trying to kidnap an 8-year-old girl from a grocery store. Through DNA and fingerprint analysis, the man was identified as one of the original hackers who viewed the final level of the
Because
game.
he was that popular. I know.
He was
You can do
wearing
it.
he was
I know.
he was wearing a white chef's hat and had a look of unspeakable malice and insanity on his face. When interrogated, the man would only say one thing. I'm Mr. Mix. Shhh. There was no resolution.
This is the greatest ending to anything ever.
This is Creepypasta's favorite.
Yes.
He's like, oh, yeah, that's great.
Don't be mean to Mr. Mix, said Shieldless Link.
Now here's the real question. Who made the deformed faces? Some teen on MS Paint? Spoopy.
Dude, be realistic. It's a creepypasta. I'm scared off.
Cream Cake Blast said, by paragraph 12, I had goosebumps all over my body. Good game.
I see end level this game. It's very spooky. Thank you, Mr. Destroyer.
Oh, Cassie Macabre says, I love this creepypasta.
Thank you.
Shiver Dusk says, go up.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people get so freaked out by video games. If something gets weird, show the police or something. But this is a great story, so 10 out of 10 for sure.
He's acting as though it's real. But hey, what's in the 6th level? Well,
Go up, go up.
I don't know.
Am I the only one who imagined Mr. Mix as Gene Armstrong from AATNT?
Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, I think.
Picture showing up now?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
No, that makes sense.
I imagine him to be like one of those Texas Roadhouse like chefs with a lemon for a head and one of those big black mustaches like the ones most butlers are thought to have. That was so oddly specific.
The chefs at Texas Roadhouse have lemon. Like exactly just a lemon.
Bring me the food. Shh. Christian, don't they have lemon heads? No, you know the one thing where it's like, give me the fulminated mercury. Isn't it like a lemon person that asks for food?
Okay, I'm kind of scared now. Thank you,
Wow.
P.
Do hackers turn into Mr. Mix?
My name is Springtrapper Sandwich. Thank you.
And now one more comment. Neon Der Hot Dogs says, "Is it bad that the last line made me giggle a bit?" Not at all.
We died.
We laughed too. Actually, no. Let's do one more.
Oh,
Go down a little bit, Christian. No, I didn't mean another creepypasta.
Oh.
Is there a really short one? Is Barry.avi short?
Yeah.
Okay,
You want?
let's
you
do
want
Barry.avi.
Let's do Barry.avi.
Let me show me how short it is. Okay. Alright, guys. So this is a creepypasta based off of one of my favorite YouTube channels, who you should all subscribe to right now if you're not already subscribed to them. Not that they need more subscribers or help, because they're the Game Grumps and they're funny, but I don't even know.
Subscribe to us first, lol.
Yeah, subscribe to us first because we need the support and I'm not making money. I'm just kidding.
Wait.
I have a job. I don't do this for the money. Frank Zappa is, though.
Hashtag buy my t-shirts.
Hashtag buy my t-shirts, yeah. Buy my t-shirt that says, spoop.
Spoop.
Jeff Gold. Okay.
Can you
all
get
right.
a t-shirt of that?
Yeah, okay. If you guys, listen, if you guys want a t-shirt with Jeff Goldblum's face that says, spoop, and on the back, it's got that picture of Jeff Goldblum and the Joker in the car. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Just put it in the comments, because
yeah,
we'll try to make it.
You know, it'll be beautiful.
Okay, this is
Collector's
called
item.
Barry.avi on the Bad Creepypasta Wiki.
For some reason, it begins in quotes.
I just watched an episode of Game Grumps that will never leave my mind ever. The video was taken down immediately after I was done watching it.
Immediately after you.
I just got home from a long day at work and thought, hooray! New Game Grumps video! More like 3.
We're like 3.
The title was Game Grumps Barry.avi, which I thought was a little weird. Not as weird as Mario 17. Do you know about Mario 17?
No.
Okay. So there was an episode of Game
You don't need to explain Game Grumps,
No, it was
Alex.
funny. There was an episode of Game Grumps, which is Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Mario 16. Lol. Then it would be something funny. And then one video just came out and it was just Mario 17, and the comments were great, like Dancing Queen. She's a teen. Mario 17. And then it changed back to a normal one, but everyone was confused for 7 hours.
Probably gonna edit that out. But
maybe Barry just got a little lazy or something and forgot to edit the title all the way. I didn't think too much of it. I clicked on it and it was already fully loaded as if I had already watched it. The video length was 0.00, but the seek bar was non-existent.
The seek bar.
Again,
Alex,
YouTube
let's go
has
to the
a
seek
tendency
bar.
of messing up, so I blew it off. But here's where things started to get weird.
The
The
seek
intro
bar.
was very slow. It became a swan song and heavily distorted. Aaron and John. Oh, it's Aaron and John.
Yeah, it's
Aaron and John's grump faces had no mouths and had no animations. The intro lasted about 20 seconds, which that doesn't really add up.
Yeah, whatever.
And I was starting to get a little freaked out by this. Maybe this was a horror game and Barry was setting the mood or something. At least that's what I thought. When the intro was over, there was silence for about 3 minutes. I tried skipping parts, but the seeking bar was gone. What's the seeking bar?
What is the seeking bar?
I wanted to refresh the page,
Come on,
but
let's
I
go to the
couldn't
seeking
put myself
bar.
through that intro again. After the silence of the lambs, I could hear John's voice over some light static. Barry! Barry! He screamed. Not comedic screaming either. I could literally feel the hairs on my arms stand up from it, and they raised their hands. It seemed like John needed Barry's help. The screen turned to Sonic 06.
Oh no!
No! Okay, no. Oh, no.
Too terrifying.
That's too scary. I can't.
Too scary.
They were on character selection screen, and they must have just unlocked Silver because the screen was on him displaying 0% complete. Maybe this video would get better, but it didn't.
What
The
video?
static got progressively louder as John screams for Barry. That when suddenly it stopped abruptly. Now the sound was crystal clear. Barry? John said. There was the classic Game Grumps yellow text over silver saying, "I don't care, John." Which isn't scary, because I can imagine something like that happening in Game Grumps.
No, I just think it's funny because Silver's on the screen.
Wait, Silver said, "I don't care, John"?
No, it was Barry saying that over Silver.
Just standing there
Just
being
the
like,
fact that
"It's no
Silver's
use!"
there does not make this...
He started to sob nightmarishly. Aaron!
How do you sound?
Why?
The yellow text displayed. Good.
Aaron! Why?
Good, it's your
Then
turn
the yellow
to die
text
now,
displayed.
John.
Good, it's your turn to die now, John. John Lennon. The crying continued, getting worse and worse. John was crying about Aaron, who presumably was dead.
Great.
The yellow text would get more and more aggressive, saying things like, "You're both worthless.
Apparently only
It's
talks
time
in
to die, you
text.
stupid. I own this show, not you two useless retards."
What
You know,
the-
I wouldn't watch Game Grumps. It was just Barry editing over game footage. I
Exactly.
mean, as funny as Barry's editing is,
Yeah.
that would be Game Barry.
It'd just be Barry.
At this point, I wanted to turn it off, but I just couldn't
Why not?
because his hands were shaking,
And
and he had to cut him off.
they need to cut him off.
The static started up again, which distorted
John.
John's sobbing. I could distinctly hear someone open the door to the grump room. John tried to make out words but couldn't bring himself to. The static was wearing down, and I could hear the conversation more clearly.
You pushed him, John.
This is your fault. Why did you do this? It was Dan. John just babbled out words that I couldn't understand. I started crying myself as I felt sadness inside me. His crying was so real, I knew this wasn't some messed up prank. I started to shake horribly.
Yes, and he couldn't click off the video. Wait, what?
Pick up the gun, John. John cried harder. Pick up the gun, John.
Where's the
At this point, John was screaming at the man in the grump room. "Fine. If you won't do it, I will." The yellow text displayed, "This is my favorite ending. The broom closet ending." No, the yellow text displayed, "This is my favorite part." John screamed, "Barry, no, Don!"
No, no, Don.
Barry, no, Don!
Don walks in there.
And a
Who's
loud
Don?
gunshot was heard. The audio completely cut and more yellow text appeared that said, "Rip Aaron Hansen. Rip John Jafari. February 2013. I can see that just being comedically on a Game Grumps video.
This stayed on screen for another 10 minutes, and I watched it all, guys. I watched it all.
I sat there completely paralyzed.
The medics,
After the
paramedics came over.
Yeah.
He was literally paralyzed.
After the silence, the screen went to black for a moment, and a picture of Aaron and John on the ground next to the grump room couch faded in slowly. Aaron's face was completely covered in blood, and it looked like he was also crying. John was next to him with a gunshot in the forehead. They both lay in a
The
huge puddle of
gunshot
their
in
own
the
blood.
forehead.
The static got insanely loud, and to the point I had to turn the sound off. The yellow text appeared one last time before saying they deserved it. I don't know what I saw,
Yes, you
but
did.
I'm glad the Grumps are still alive.
So many things wrong. I don't know what I saw. That's
First
why
of
I
all-
just explained it.
First of all, what?
What does
Second
that
of
mean?
all, Aaron.
Aaron.
And third of all,
Aaron.
what?
What?
There are no comments. Good.
Comments except for this.
And my
I
comment.
found
I have a comment. This was bad.
yeah, that was
I
bad.
didn't enjoy it. It was funny bad. But at the same time, what was the point?
I don't know.
Did they not die? Was it just Barry's sick joke? Was it just Barry's sick joke with John and Aaron playing along? With John and Aaron fake dying? And then the video being taken down because this person had to see it?
This person of political and,
Barack
YouTube
it was
influence.
Barack Obama.
The writer is Barack Obama.
The writer is Barack Obama?
The writer of the story is Barack Obama.
I hope so.
That's why,
Thank you, Obama.
it's
Thank you.
very well.
This has been Awful Creepypasta. I hope you've all enjoyed, and guess what?
Hey,
Bye.
don't forget to use, the seeking bar to skip through this video.
There's no one alive.